report from the Productivity Commission has found the average Aussie worker is likely to change occupations twice in the next 20 years. It is a trend being driven by rapid tech advancements and longer working lives, meaning new jobs will appear while others will disappear and workers' preferences will change along the way.
And for more, we're joined by author and communications expert Ed Coper and Home and Away star Emily Weir. Hey guys.
Hi
Great
guys.
to see you.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Ed, there are calls for a bit of an education overhaul to help prepare the next generation for this constantly evolving workscape, if you like. What do you make of this?
Oh, absolutely. I think it all starts at school. So, you know, gone are the days where you might have trained at one skill as a teenager and then done that job for life. So we've got to look at what do people learn at school. So I don't think that a lot of essential life skills are particularly there. I would have loved to learn, say, what was a mortgage.
Tax.
Or, you know, how to balance your taxes.
Seriously.
Or do your family finances.
Yeah.
So what do kids need to learn now? Well, they're going to grow up in a world of AI. We don't know what that is going to do. So we've got to give them the skills to be able to change jobs, to be able to retrain quickly, you know, how to learn, how to adapt, how to evolve, how to focus on the things that maybe AI can't do. Because in all likelihood, they're going to have to change jobs more than a couple of times. We just don't know what.
Yeah. So with workers making all these changes along the way, Emily, should employers be more open-minded when people, you know, come and apply for a job? Should they be more open-minded about an applicant's experience?
Yeah. Absolutely they should be. Because, like, I remember even when I left school, it was, like, 2 years experience required for a receptionist job. Do you know what I mean? Like, who's got that? And so I think these kind of requirements for people who are, I don't know, don't have access to stuff, aren't as privileged as other people, mature age students, mums, they need to absolutely give leeway in terms of, like, a criteria that they can actually apply and get a second job.
Because being an actor, you have a lot of slashes, don't you?
I have so many slashes. Actor, what's the buzz? Hospo, running restaurants, bartender. Like, there's so many slashes. And so I'm used to occupations constantly changing.
But all those things make you a better whatever it happens to be at the time you're doing it.
Experience,
a better buzzy.
art.
You know, I'm going to put it on my CV. I'm a buzzy now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a buzzy.
Moving on, West Australian Council is considering a drastic measure to limit ownership to just 2 pussycats per household. It's a response to a boom in feral cats wreaking havoc on the local environment. Emily, we've seen similar laws tried in different states to varying degree of success. Thoughts?
Thoughts are, look, I think it's all about desexing. I mean, I think they're trying to limit, you know, I mean, Chris, I'm sure you have opinions,
I've got opinions on this.
Meow. No, I didn't. Just do that.
You did.
But I feel like it's all about desexing because really what's the difference between having 2 cats in a home or 3 at the end of the day? I don't agree with, I think it's in the ACT, like cats aren't allowed outside between like 7 and 8 p.m. Like, some cats are really outside cats, and I feel like that's mean.
Yeah, and it's important to bring them inside because most of the hunting that they do occurs at night in the evening hours when they're more active. But the stats on this are really interesting. Sorry to talk over your Ed here.
Please take over.
But the majority of cats that are out hunting are feral cats. They're not pet cats. A lot of pet cats are physically incapable of jumping off the couch, let alone catching a bird. So there are certainly some that do hunt, and they should be kept indoors wherever possible. So I think that's I think a lot of house cats kind of cop the blame for things they don't.
Hard to police that though, Chris. So that it's easier for them to say you're only going to have 2 cats than to try and council workers are going to go and knock on your door and see if your cat's at home.
Well, my friend told me earlier there's such thing as cat colonies. Like, that live in warehouses in certain suburbs. There's just, like, heaps and heaps of feral cats.
Where's that? I'd love to go and see that.
I think
Wouldn't that be fun?
I think it's around the western suburbs.
Oh, wow.
We'll do a little safari.
Cat safari.
Go on a trip.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's time for those ads. It's 8 o'clock. Do you know where your cat is? You know, so look, it does. I'd like to shout out Stormy, my local cat. Not feral because it's got a collar. I have no idea where Stormy lives, but it brought me a headless rat on the weekend. And my wife agreed that's much better than bringing a rat with a head that is still running around. So thanks, Stormy. But I think that's the exception to the rule because there are 1.5 billion native animals killed by feral cats every year. That is shocking. So put a bell on it, desex it. You tell us, Dr. Chris, what is the solution we should do it?
Something needs to be done. It's the feral cat population that's out there that really is the problem. All right, stay with us. Ed and Emily are back in a moment to discuss a very expensive wedding trend blowing out budgets for the big day.
Emily and Ed are still with us, and the pressure for perfection has seen more brides opting to buy multiple wedding dresses for the big day. Along with walking down the aisle, there's now an expectation for an additional gown or two for the reception and then the dance floor portions of the big day.
Yeah, so Emily, I mean,
Yeah.
weddings are already incredibly expensive. Now we're
Indeed.
adding extra dresses, but you have to say yeses to the dresses.
Yes.
Has it now got out of control?
I mean, maybe a bit. Also, I'm an advocate for whatever women want to do, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely, do whatever you want. You can't wear that dress, the ceremony dress, to the reception if you want to have a proper dance, because sometimes it's uncomfortable. I mean, look, I'm all for people doing what they want, but I feel like it has become a little bit like of a costume change thing.
Yeah.
But if you're a fashionista, like if I ever get married, God willing, I will want to do costume changes because I love fashion and things like that. But the expectation, I think, is probably too far. Maybe a bit too far.
Yeah, what do you think, Ed?
I wore one outfit for the whole wedding, I can declare. In fact, then continued to wear it up until the current day for business meetings, because it's wonderful just having to put a suit on.
Yeah.
But I think Jeff Bezos's wife, is it Lauren Sanchez?
Lauren
She wrote
Sanchez.
27 dresses over the course of the wedding. Now, did she spend any time with her guests, or did she spend the entire day and night in the change room just getting outfits on? It's a wonderfully fun time, your wedding. It's a great time to spend with your friends and family. And if you're making all these outfit changes, when have you got the time to spend with your family?
Right?
But that's a really important concept. Did you ask a female's opinion on that?
Of course, of
I was going to
course.
say, men.
yeah.
I don't think men would think about the time it does take to get in and out of a dress. Or maybe they do on the wedding night. But
Look, I'm a modern, sensitive guy. You know, I understand the needs of
you
getting
asked
it out of
someone,
dress.
didn't you?
I asked my wife because I'm not qualified on this opinion. So thank you for the opinion, as I will claim as my own.
See, I knew it because that's
could
my
tell.
first. I could tell.
You could tell.
Because women, I think of that. I think
I was too sensitive. I nearly pulled it
all
off.
those buttons.
Think about the bathroom as well.
do you
I mean,
think?
yeah.
What do you
Can I tell you my opinion? Back
Please.
in my day, I've been married for a very long time,
Yeah.
we only ever had one dress.
Yeah.
And it was more than enough. And yes, you hit the dance floor and you whooshed your tail
Yeah.
around, and that was sort of what you did. And I just feel sorry for the women. It's expensive enough to get married in the first place.
Yeah.
Let alone thinking now everybody will be disappointed if I don't have a second dress.
Or like
if you
I'm
want
not up
to
to
go
scratch.
for it,
Yeah.
But I don't want... I fear that women will think, oh, people might think I'm poor because I've only got one dress.
Correct.
And that's not
Yep.
true. Go and just have your one dress and
Yeah.
put all your effort into that, and then if that's all you can afford, if that's all you want, have a great day in that one dress.
You do need the diversity of your social media content, though.
Exactly. Look, Kylie, that was great. I should have asked your opinion before
And
I got. Then I could have presented
and
it as my own.
Every time
Yeah.
you step away, you're absolutely losing at least
Yeah.
40 minutes, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
100%.
40 minutes.
I mean, but maybe that's fun for Jeff Bezos' wife. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think
it was
that's
a weird
crazy
wedding to
do
begin with.
27 dress changes. Like, that's silly. But maybe that's fun for her. And it's her day.
Yeah,
And
that's
she just
right.
wants-
And if she wants to do 27 dresses,
I've seen the
like
guest
the
list. There
movie.
are a lot of people to escape from.
Well, that's right. She was probably loving the reprieve.
Yeah, true.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Ed. Say hi to your wife for me.